Okay, so I'm not really in the mood to record that much, but I wanted to give you guys another episode so you wouldn't get mad at me for not building. Um, Before I do anything though, I want to clarify on the mistake I made last episode. I told you that if you subtracted the x's, which in this case was 78 and I believe 24, you would get 54, and that would tell you that this entire wall was 54 blocks long. That is not the case. Every time you do that, you have to add 1, which I didn't actually know because I never used this kind of measuring tool before. You can still use it as a measuring tool. You just have to remember to add 1 every single time you subtract values like that. So solutions for this problem, you can either redo everything but push it over 1 block inwards. So everything's going to be 1 block smaller, or you could keep it as is. It's not really going to affect anything major. If anything, it's just going to give you a little more space inside your mansion. Maybe that's something you're looking for. Or if you want to keep this part and this part the same, those two sections, you can just push this wall, the back end of this, 1 block in, and then your middle part is going to be perfectly sized, and only your outer parts are going to be off. I'm not going to do that. I mean, it's probably a good thing to have a little more space. If you want to do that to stay a little more true to the original, you can do that. Alright, I don't know if that cut was noticeable, but sorry about that. I didn't realize I had my computer on power saver and it was really laggy. What we're going to do now is top this off with glass and then fill in the remaining area with sandstone. There's not going to be that much talking. I don't have any topics I want to talk about. Like I said before, I really don't, I'm not in the mood to to speak, to record. But I know a lot of people are building with me, and I don't want to let them down. Next, just keep building this wall upwards. It's just going to be a lot of silent, boring building this episode. But I'm going to, I think we're going to get to a little bit of roofing, so your house is going to look a little more complete. Alright, so let me just measure this quickly. I have a screenshot of the back of the house, and I want to make sure this is right. So 2, and then 3, 2, 3, 3 block window. Okay, this needs to be a little bit longer. I don't think I solved the clicking problem, but apparently there's nothing I can do about it. I can't hold it any farther away than I already am. May or may not record Hitman Absolution after this. I don't know if I want to start it on a day that I don't really feel like talking though. Alright, 3 block window, and then... Actually, maybe we can do that now. Let's just make it easy for me. Alright, so this is where 1 window is going to be. No iron around these. 4 blocks high and 3 wide. And then you want to do a 1 block space between that. Just follow what I'm doing basically. It's going to be a weird shaped window, but it's the closest I could get to what the real estate listing had. It actually had windows that look like waves, but can't really do that here. Yeah, this is a much easier process than just counting blocks. Okay, so that's how the lower window is going to look. Then you need a 2 block space here, and then this is where the back end starts going in a different direction. So you don't need that pillar there. But what you're gonna have is this. This is where the little fancy back windows come in. I hope this texture pack is updated, otherwise some blocks are going to appear weird because of the update. Texture packs can get a little wonky if you don't have an updated one up to your current version. Alright, now I guess this is where the iron starts. Okay, we're just gonna go and mirror it on the other side then. So, windows in the same place. Nope, that's not the same. So 4x3, and then a little spaceship windows, and then another 4x3. I'm not trying to get too detailed with all the stuff right now, but it's just a lot easier to do it this way. And then we have to fill in the windows here. If you want to make sure you're doing this right, make sure there's 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks like that on the side. So it's really going to be 6 on either side of the doors. And they should all be the same height. Can't resist the urge to think about something to talk about, but trying not to. There's actually a couple of things I do want to talk about, but I'm not going to. Okay, and now we want to repeat the procedure we did on the other side, which is 1 block like that, I believe. Just to make sure it lines up. Doesn't line up. Oh god, I freaking screwed up again. Okay, there's 5 here. We're just gonna make sure these parts line up here. Why didn't anybody tell me? Okay, that lines up. See, this is 6. That's the problem. This only 5 blocks are supposed to be exposed here. God damn it. Sorry about that, guys. Let's do it the easy way by building another layer behind this. Maybe I'll make this episode a little bit longer to compensate. Shit. I had no idea. I built them 2 different sizes. I should just like scrap this episode or something. But really not in the mood to re-record today. I have to re-record nearly all of my episodes I've done so far. Either because the commentary was extremely bad, or I fucked up something else. And my building skills are amazing right now with these blocks. Okay, now we can destroy the front. You should probably listen to music while you're watching this, and if you're building along, because the clicking is going to get ridiculous and there's hardly any commentary. Okay, now they're nearly equal. Yeah, so now we do this. Hi, chicken. And then you have 2 windows going up here. Don't know how tall they are yet, I'll tell you in a second. And I think that's how it goes. Yep, that looks right. Okay. And this is where one of those fancy iron pillars is going to come in in the back of the house. It's basically going to be, from the looks of the picture, 6 by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can just leave a little floor of iron there, just for the future. That is 6 by 6. Am I freaking drunk? Jesus. Okay, that's 6 by 5. How tall are these windows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then place sandstone on top, like so. And do the same over here. Okay. Gotta bring up the picture again. My other screen turned off. Okay. Then you're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks of sandstone between this and another layer of windows up here. So just make 5 blocks on top of everything. We don't want to build up the iron pillar yet because it's going to get in the way of creating this back wall. Hope I can get to roofing today. House doesn't really look good without a roof. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's, yeah, the top is 6 too. Doing that wrong. It needs the pillar in between. Okay. Sorry about all the mistakes that I'm making. I really don't remember how I did this the first time at all. I just find it so easy when I can experiment with techniques and measurements and stuff, and I don't have to build for, you know, on a time schedule for anybody. It looks really tall, too tall. Okay, I need to slap myself. Anybody see what I did here? This is too much for me. I can't. I just if I were you, I'd slap me. That's how bad it is right now. This is how it's supposed to look the correct way. Okay. Did I? No. That's 5. That's 6, 5, and 6. Wow, I thought I mismeasured again. Now I'm second guessing myself. This is amazing. This is amazing. So awesome. Just build this upwards, I believe. And then what you want to do is you want to bring this height to be equal to the height down there. And then when we're done with that, we can finally add a roof on this bitch. And when I'm not tired, I can make another episode and not mess anything up. And then that's gonna be awesome. I should have been able to record a lot more, but I don't know, man. Just haven't really been in that mood. And every time I want to record, something always gets in the way. Although I do have a few days to record right now. So I want to start other gameplays too. And I probably will. Maybe I'll feel up to it in a couple hours. Okay. And now we do the same thing for the other side. I'm going to ignore making windows. Should I ignore making windows? I don't know. I've ignored it so far. Making windows for the top half of these areas. I don't know why I don't just turn around and build. It would be a lot more efficient, quicker. But then it gets a little uncomfortable. Okay, after this is done, we want to... It may cut into the inside of the mansion a little bit, but we kind of want to do this just because we're going to have two different sized roofs. One for the big middle section and one for the smaller outer areas. May or may not time lapse this. Okay, so now we're done with that. The height of all the sandstone we have now is going to be the maximum height for the mansion. So I believe we can place some roofing now. What I used for the roof in the mansion was light gray wool. I generally never use wool in a mansion as a rule because I hate flammable things on the outside of my buildings. Dark gray wool is a little too dark. You can try and use some stone, maybe. Stone can probably... Yeah, stone can definitely work if you really don't want to use wool. The only reason I felt safe using wool was because I put a layer of bedrock inside, underneath the mansion, so that if it ever caught fire and everything got destroyed, you'd still know where to put the wool on top of the bedrock. So the way that the roofing in this mansion goes is that it extends... Sorry, this is a little messy what I'm doing. I'm just trying to gather my thoughts right now. What it does is it extends 2 blocks outward from all sides, from all faces of the mansion. So that's what we're going to do now. I'm looking at the comparison picture on the second screen, and the wool that I'm using now looks way too light compared to what I used before. Maybe that's just because I'm using a different texture pack, but it's the faithful texture pack and I don't think it should be that different. Or maybe it's just my screen brightness on my laptop or something, I don't know. Okay, so just 2 blocks all around. Oh, I want to thank those of you who are watching, for watching, and also for the likes that you guys are leaving. Pretty sure no video on my entire series of this yet has a dislike, which is pretty awesome considering there are hundreds of likes. Now that I've said that, some troll is probably gonna go dislike all my videos now. Oh, it's the price you pay for calling it out. I decided to go to the other side of this because it gets a little weird when you get to the fancy diagonal window area in the back. Alright, let's see. How are we going to do this? Alright. Just going to try a little stair kind of thing there. That looks okay. That looks decent, hopefully. Let's just do a little window border kind of thing on the outside, see how it goes. Might add another layer out there if we need to. Okay, so that's how that looks. Let's add one more thing on the end of everything. And that's how that looks. That's kind of really out there, but it's more in keeping with, you know, the 2-block overextended roof kind of look. So I think we're gonna go with that. How we want to do the rest of this, it's just 1-block increments, building up, and I don't exactly know how far it builds up, but I will definitely let you know. I should probably time-lapse this, and there'll be a slight pause in the time-lapse when I check. What am I saying? When I check how I did the area over there, and when I check how many layers up this goes. Okay, so I took a look, and apparently I have a big ass fucking roof on this place. It's supposed to count 12 blocks, so count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that's gonna be the maximum height. So we can close this off here to the other side. Thank God it matches up. But you don't want to close up all sides, really. The roof design for this part here looks scary, really. And I don't want to do it. But let me see if I can just make some kind of neat little pattern or something. To go along with this. That's supposed to be like that. Okay. And then I think what I did, yeah, I definitely did this. I did a double layer, kinda, because I had to make the roof on this part. This part of the roof is supposed to be like almost a tower. It's not supposed to be the same steepness as the rest of this roof. So you have to make it, you have to basically join 2 layers of this into one to make it taller. It's kind of hard to explain, but I think I can do it again. So when you do 2 of those together, the next one on top should just be going around it just like you did before. That doesn't look right, does it? That's better. Okay. That looks freaking off. Mother fricker. How about that? Nope. Does that look freaking retarded? Yeah, it does. Motherfucker. There. That should be perfect. Oh, that's gonna happen very often, really. So maybe we can do it again. This probably isn't, starting here probably isn't the way that I did it on the original, but it doesn't really matter. Well, maybe it does, but it doesn't matter to me. We want to make sure we do it the same way here. So as you can see, there's 4 blocks in a row here, so there has to be 4 in a row here. And then connect this over. It's a really complex-ish way of doing things, but it should get the job done in the end, hopefully. And if it doesn't, well, that sucks. It doesn't need to be exactly perfect, right? I think. And then bring this over. Okay, things are looking good. And this layer goes on top, just like all the others. If you need to go back in the video to keep up with what I'm doing, feel free. No. There. Okay. It's not looking too terrible. Yeah, that looks okay. Ish. Kinda. Might need to correct some of the side things, or side areas in the back. Should we do another one? I'm not sure. Yeah, might as well. Just gotta make sure everything's symmetrical here. Okay. And I'm gonna make this the last one. We'll worry about fixing it up to make it look prettier later. Why am I so laggy right now? Pausing. Lag. Somewhere. Oh. I think my hard drive is dying. because this recording is so freaking long. Okay. What do we do about the rest of this? We're gonna have 3 of these roof sidings going straight across. And then what we have to do next episode is a way to make it look like almost a circle. Maybe I'll do that now, I don't know. This is probably going to be a disaster, I'm warning you. You might not want to build what I'm building right now, because I may change my mind about what I'm doing. I can only imagine how confusing this must be. And then if we wrap it around, maybe it might look okay. See, this part here is like symmetrical to this. So that's basically what I'm trying to achieve on both sides. This is completely not the way it was, but it doesn't really matter. As long as you have something that looks half decent. You can take that away just to get a better look at it. So that's symmetrical. And then if we want to bring this up, no, we'll just do that. Just go on every single inside piece that touches the edges and bring it up to, hopefully, two higher than you already have. Oh god, this looks terrible. God, I messed up somewhere along the line, but I'm gonna keep going. I don't care. Whatever. If you have your own way of doing this 10 times better, feel free. This episode sucks ass. So good until that last part. You know what? I'm getting rid of it. I'm getting rid of it. Screw it. Screw it. Like I said, it was a bad idea to follow me building this. I can see the dislikes coming in right now. Oh man. Okay, we had this design and it was cool. So what we want to do, I like that there, is shit. It's an absolute fucking disaster. Is that symmetrical? No, of course not. Oh, I'm fucking up, man. This is stupid. This is so stupid. I'm a retard. Fuck me. You know what? It looks something like that, except it closes off on top. Okay? I don't really know how this goes. and I am just fucking fluffy panda right now. This is fucking stupid. Alright, I think I'm getting closer to making it symmetrical. I think. Oh, did I do it? Did I do— No, motherfucker! Really? How about now? Oh, it looks symmetrical, doesn't it? Son of a bitch. I'm about to just leave it as is because I don't want to touch this part at all because it's fucking ugly. Let's just put a roof on this bitch. So something like that. Yeah. I really should have kept with the 2-layer thing. That might have worked. Because I'm a freaking idiot. So if you want to do the two-layer thing, feel free. I'll probably do that in the next episode, actually. It's going to look like an actual 2-layer roof thing. And it'll be corrected. So just mess around with that, and yeah. I should probably just cut that entire thing out of the tutorial, because that was completely worthless. Anyway, I'm just going to finish this up in a time lapse and end the episode. Thank you for watching. Sorry I'm being a pain in the ass right now, because I have no idea what to do. I swear to God, the first time I built this mansion, I spent 2 hours just trying to make a freaking design for that one part. Of course. Okay. Again, it just stops randomly. Probably have weather disabled in Optifine. Anyway. Yeah, sorry about the mistakes and stuff. And thanks for watching.